Court is now in session.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Pennsylvania College Basketball Court, or the PCBC for short. This is Season 2, Episode 30 of this incredible podcast. Hard to believe we're already less than 2 weeks from the PSAC tournament beginning. So a lot of things going on in terms of the regular season. There's still a lot of teams that have officially not clinched a playoff spot yet in terms of that. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm your host, the Honorable Judge No, reporting live from Shipwreck, Pennsylvania. On today's episode, we're going to be doing a recap of the six games that occurred on Saturday, one game that occurred on Sunday due to inclement weather that had to get rescheduled from Saturday to Sunday. And then looking at the 7 games that are going to be occurring tomorrow on February 19th. So yeah, we're 13 days away from the 2025 PSAC men's basketball tournament from beginning. The regular season ends in only 11 days from now. Hard to believe. Let me get back here just a second. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. I don't know if I've ever sneezed on one of these podcast episodes before. But I completely forgot to do this because of the other things in life, you know. Welcome to the life of the life of me. So let's see if this works. Yeah, this works. Okay, so this is going to be the new thing I'm going to do for teams that have officially made the playoffs. And I don't think any teams have officially missed the playoffs yet. I don't think. No, not yet. Because I think Kutztown's still in playoff contention right now. Oh, they're I think a game and a half back. They have 4 games left. So that's the thing that kind of sucks. You can't really tell when teams officially are eliminated from the playoff contention. I think Clarion's the closest now. They're 6-12, and their next game's Wednesday. So essentially, if they lose tomorrow, they will be eliminated from playoff contention. So be able to look out for that. But anyways, let's look at the standings real fast before we get to today's episode. Unfortunately, there were no updated standings for the rankings for the Atlantic region, so we're still staying with whatever we had last week. All right, here we go. So in first place, at the top of the PSAC East by game, at 14-3 in conference play, 19-5 overall, lost their matchup on Wednesday, which I believe let me just take a look. They lost to Shippensburg. That is Westchester holding on to the top spot for now. In second place at 13-4 in conference play, 19-5 overall, and they've won their last 6 games overall, would be the East Stroudsburg Warriors. Key matchup coming up tomorrow. We'll talk about that later in today's episode. In third place is Millersville. So the Marauders moved from the 4 spot, so now they hold the number 3 spot in the East. They are 11-6 in conference play, 15-9 overall, and have won their last 2 games. Fourth place is Shepherd. They are also 11-6 in conference play, 15-9 overall on the season, and they lost on Saturday to Lock Haven. Speaking of which, Lock Haven is in 5th place. They're 10-8 in conference play, 13-11 overall, and won their matchup on Saturday against Shepherd, making them the 5th of 6 teams to officially clinch their ticket into the 2025 PSAC men's basketball tournament. So congrats to Lock Haven for securing a bid. We should be knowing a lot of the teams in the PSAC West will probably get make their appearance and clinch a spot in the playoffs tomorrow, I would guess. We're going to know here in the next day matchup or 2. In 6th place is Mansfield, still hanging on. They're 5-13 in conference play, 8-16 overall on a 1-game losing streak in which they lost on Saturday at Millersville. 7th place is Shippensburg. They are also 5-13 in conference play, 8-17 overall, and lost their matchup on Saturday at East Stroudsburg. Surprising team is also 5-13. It is Bloomsburg. They're 6-19 overall this year in a one-game lose. And won their matchup on Saturday at home against Kutztown, which puts Kutztown essentially as going to be the worst team in the PSAC overall this year. The Bears are 3-14 overall in regular season play, 7-17 in conference play, or 7-17 overall this year, and they're 3-14 in conference play. They have lost their last 6 games overall. In the West, still only one team has clinched a spot at this point with 3 matchups left to go. Gannon holds the top spot. They're 15-3 overall, 20-6 on the season on a 4-game winning streak. So they're the first team in the PSAC to officially secure a 20-win season. That will also happen tomorrow. There's going to be at least another team clinching a 20-win season, depending on the outcome. Second place is California. They are 10-7 in conference play, 15-10 overall this year, and they've won their last 5 games. In third place is Edinburgh. They've won their last 2 games overall. They are 10-7 in conference play, 14-10 overall this year. Fourth place is Slippery Rock. They won their matchup on Saturday at Pitt Johnstown. They are 8-9 in conference play, 12-13 overall on the season. In fifth place is Seton Hill. They are 7-9 in conference play, 14-10 overall, and they've won their previous matchup, which was all the way back on February 8th, 2025, against, I believe it was Clarion. Yes, it was against Clarion. Sixth place is Pitt Johnstown. They're 7-10 in conference play, 11-13 overall, and they lost their matchup to Slippery Rock at home on Saturday, this previous Saturday. Seventh place, man, I'm telling you, it's not looking good right now, is the IUP Crimson Hawks. They sit outside the playoffs again. 11-13 overall on the season, 6-10 in conference play. They've lost their last 3 games. And 2 of them have been decided by 5 points or less. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. And I think actually both matchups this week were decided by 5 points or less. Yeah, actually it was. Because they lost to Pitt Johnstown by 5, and then the game we'll talk about here in moments later today is the matchup against Edinburgh. In 8th place, they're essentially going to be out of the playoffs. It's Clarion. They're dead last. 6-18 on the season, or excuse me, 6-12 in conference play, and 11-13 overall this year, and they've lost their last 3 games. What a sad season for Clarion. I thought they had a lot of potential to make the playoffs. I think they won 7 of their first 8 games. They did. They were 7-1 to start the season. They've gone 4-12 since November. What was that again? Since they beat Penn State DuBois on November 26th, so right before Thanksgiving break. So since Thanksgiving break, they have been pretty bad. They're 4-12 around conference play, and I believe they are 1-7. 1, 2. Excuse me, they are 2-12 in conference play. Holy crap! Their only 2 wins were against Mansfield and Bloomsburg. Interesting. So that's where the standings are as of right now. I know that took a lot longer than I wanted it to. So Westchester and East Stroudsburg hold the top 2 spots in the East. Most likely going to be the case during the end of the regular season. I don't know what is bothering me. Someone's sticking on the floor. Oh, there we go. Millersville, the 3 seed, would host number 6 seed Mansfield. 4th seed Shepherd would host 5th seed Lock Haven. In the West, Gannon already securing a top spot in the West. The number 1 overall seed in the PSAC West. They would get a first-round bye. They have a first-round matchup on March 5th, which is 15 days from now. And believe it or not, they actually do not play. I don't think they play until... correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, so they play Saturday. They do not play on Wednesday next week, and then they play on Saturday again. So they're potentially on the verge of earning 22 wins this season. Possibly. We'll have to wait and see. So Gannon, California is number 2 seed. They would get a first round bye as well. Edinburgh would host Pitt Johnstown. Slippery Rock would host Seton Hill, which I believe Slippery Rock and Seton Hill played each other last year in the first round of the playoffs. Going by last year's standings. Let me see. So yeah, Lock Haven and Miller's on top first round byes. East Stroudsburg played Mansfield, which they blew them out of water. And then Westchester beat West Shepherd, and I think Westchester blew them out pretty easily. Yeah, it would be Seton Hill and Slippery Rock. Slippery Rock and Seton Hill potentially meeting in the PSAC quarterfinals again. Or the PSAC first round, not quarterfinals. Again. So that'd be kind of interesting if that was the case. And then again in California for the second straight year could get the top 2 seeds in the PSAC West. Alright. That's done. Now with that all the way, let's get started on the recaps of the games that occurred from Saturday. 6 on Saturday, and then 1 game got switched from Saturday to Sunday due to inclement weather, so it ended up being a 3 o'clock game on Sunday, February 16th. And believe me, it wasn't any better here in Western Pennsylvania. All right, here we go. So again, I'm just doing the 2 screens at once because it makes it so much easier. Don't have to waste so much time. So we start off with Mansfield at Millersville. This is at the Pasillo Gymnasium in Millersville, Pennsylvania. In the first half, Millersville outscored Mansfield 52-34. In the second half, Millersville outscored Mansfield 53-38. Millersville winning 105-72. Actually, I completely did that. Wow. 105-72. Millersville improves to 15-9 on the season and 11-6 in conference play. Mansfield drops to 8-16 on the season and 5-13 in conference play. I just completely forgot. I did not mention PSAC Athletes of the Week. We will get to that here in just a moment. Once we're done with the recap of the games. But anyways. Top scorer for Mansfield is Ty Cripso. In 30 minutes, he was 8 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist for 19 points. Let's see. Nasir Brown in 22 minutes off the bench. He was 6 of 10 from the floor, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 steal for 14 points. Owen Chambers in 34 minutes. He was 4 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 4 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal for 13 points. And Lilton Freed off the bench in 27 minutes was 4 of 11 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds for total 12 points. In the first half, Mansfield shot 36.7% from the floor, 18.2% from three-point range, 76.9% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 41% from the floor, 18.2% from three-point range, 80% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountaineers of Commonwealth University at Mansfield shot 27 of 69 from the floor at 39.1%, 4 of 22 from three-point range at 18.2%, 14 of 18 from the free throw line at 77.8%. For Millersville, their top scorer was Drew Stover. In 15 minutes, was 14 of 16 from the floor and 2-4 from the free throw line. 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal for 30 points. Very impressive. He only did that in 15 minutes. Aiden Guerin, 34 minutes. He was 8 of 18 from the floor, 3 of 10 from three-point range. 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals for 19 points. Alec Toper in 35 minutes was 4 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 3 steals for 16 points. Amir Hurst in 36 minutes was 5 of 10 from the floor, 2 of 6 from three-point range, 2 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal for 12 points. In the first half, Millersville shot 55.6% from the floor, 35.7% from three-point range, 87.5% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 60.6% from the floor, 38.5% from three-point range, 72.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Marauders of Millersville shot 40 of 69 from the floor at 58%, 10 of 27 from three-point range at 37%, and 15 of 19 from the free throw line at 78.9%. Next game, Shepherd at Lock Haven at the Thomas Fieldhouse in Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. In the first half, Lock Haven outscored Shepherd 27-24. In the second half, Lock Haven outscored Shepherd 40-38. Lock Haven winning by a score of 67-62 to secure their spot in the PSAC tournament coming up in less than 2 weeks. Lock Haven improves to 13-11 on the season and 10-8 in conference play. Shepherd drops to 15-9 and on the season and 11-6 in conference play. For Shepherd, their top scorer was Chase Parr, who recorded a double-double. In 34 minutes, he was 7 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 1 steal for 21 points. Marcus Banks in 34 minutes was 3 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal for 11 points. In the first half, I keep forgetting names. In the first half, Shepard shot 31% from the floor, 12.5% from three-point range, 80% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 41.9% from the floor, 36.4% from three-point range, 57.1% from the free throw line. Overall, the Rams of Shepard shot 22 of 60 from the floor at 36.7%, 6 of 27 from three-point range at 22.2%, 12 of 19 from the free throw line at 63.2%, with one technical foul being assessed to Elaine Wardlaw. Top scorer for Lock Haven was Eli Washington. In 26 minutes, he was 5 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for 14 points. Laquan Bird off the bench in 25 minutes was 5 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist for 13 points. Blake Deegan in 24 minutes was 3 of 6 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals for 12 points. In the first half, Lock Haven shot 41.7% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, 66.7% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 40% from the floor, 37.5% from three-point range, 89.5% from the free throw line. Overall, the Bald Eagles of Commonwealth University at Lock Haven shot 20 of 49 from the floor at 40.8%, 6 of 16 from three-point range at 37.5%, 21 of 25 from the free throw line at 84%, with one technical foul being assessed to Lock Haven. I believe it was actually assessed to Kevin Coleman because I ended up watching part of that game, and I was like, I think he's getting a technical, and then he did. Yep. What? You're kidding me. Oh, wait. Hold that phone. Is that true? Or is that women's basketball? What the heck? Hold the phone. No, okay. I wasn't losing my mind, thank God. I was like, wait a minute. Did I just do the wrong game? No, I didn't, thank God. All right, next game. Shippensburg at East Stroudsburg at the Kohler Fieldhouse in East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania. In the first half, East Stroudsburg outscored Shippensburg 47-31. In the second half, East Stroudsburg outscored Shippensburg 44-43, for the final score being 91-74 in favor of East Stroudsburg, who improves to 19-5 on the season and 13-4 in conference play. Shippensburg drops to 8-17 on the season and 5-13 in conference play. The top scorer for Shippensburg was Marcus Frank, who I have to give a shout-out to. Congratulations on recording 1,000 career points for the Shippensburg Raiders. On 31 minutes, he was 7 of 15 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 5 of 8 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal for 20 points. DeSel Figueroa in 30 minutes was 7 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 1 steal for 15 points. Timmy Connor in 35 minutes was 7 of 15 from the floor, 0 of 4 from three-point range, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal for 14 points. Sorry. Jaden Smith in 29 minutes was 4 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal for 12 points. In the first half, Shippensburg shot 42.3% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, 75% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 54.6% from the floor, 27.3% from three-point range, 80% from the free throw line. Overall, the Raiders of Shippensburg shot 29 of 59 from the floor at 49.2%, 6 of 17 from three-point range at 35.3%, 10 of 13 from the free throw line at 76.9%. For East Stroudsburg, their top scorer was Lakeem McKaylee, who in 24 minutes was 10 of 14 from the floor, 3 of 6 from three-point range, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals for 30 points. Evan Morton, 23 minutes, was 4 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 3 from three-point range, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals for 13 points. And Nasir Griffin off the bench in 19 minutes was 5 of 6 from the floor, 2 of 2 from three-point range, 6 rebounds, 2 assists for 12 points. In the first half, East Stroudsburg shot 54.8% from the floor, 29.4% from three-point range, 88.9% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 51.6% from the floor, 30.8% from three-point range, 88.9% from the free throw line. Overall, the Warriors of East Stroudsburg shot 33 of 62 from the floor at 53.2%, 9 of 30 from three-point range at 30%, and 16 of 18 from the free throw line at 88.9%. Next game, Gannon at Clarion. Sorry, that was from before. Gannon at Clarion. In the first half, Clarion outscored Gannon 36-35. In the second half, Gannon outscored Clarion 43-29. Gannon improving to win 78-65. Gannon improves to 20-6 and 15-3 in conference play. Clarion drops to 11-13 and 6-12 in conference play. If Clarion was a song after Thanksgiving break, their song would be called You're as Cold as Ice. Game being played at Tim Gymnasium. Forgot to mention that. The top scorer for good old Gannon, he recorded a double-double. That was Tasman Goodrick. In 33 minutes, he was 12 of 19 from the floor and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. 10 rebounds, 2 blocks, and 5 steals for 29 points. Justin DeBuck in 29 minutes was 9 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 3 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists for 23 points. Ernest Shelton in 26 minutes was 3 of 12 from the floor, 1 of 6 from three-point range, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal for 12 points. Pace Prosser did not improve his case as the PSAC West Freshman of the Year. Only had 2 points in 34 minutes, was 1 of 7 from the floor, 0 of 3 from three-point range. He did, however, have 4 rebounds and 11 assists with 1 block. But 2 points, man, that did not look good. Not a good performance for him. In the first half, Gannon shot 32.4% from the floor, 36.4% from three-point range, 87.5% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 50% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, 83.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Knights of Gannon shot 30 of 73 from the floor at 41.1%, 6 of 21 from three-point range at 28.6%, and 12 of 14 from the free throw line at 85.7%. For Clarion, 2 scorers with 16 points. It's cold. I'm actually writing down in the comments. Sorry, Ryan, had to. It's cold. Cold. I think it's like 9 degrees here right now. Actually, no, it says 12 degrees. It's still cold. Anyways, 2 scores for Clarion with 16 points. Trey Nelson in 38 minutes. He was 6 of 12 from the floor, 2 of 6 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 16 points. Cam Kearney in 34 minutes was 3 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 4 from three-point range, 8 of 8 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist for 16 points. Josiah Dow off the bench in 19 minutes was 3 of 8 from the floor, 2 of 3 from three-point range, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block for 10 points. In the first half, Clarion shot 38.5% from the floor, 46.2% from three-point range, 90.9% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 32.4% from the floor, 14.3% from three-point range, 83.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Eagles of Penn West Clarion shot 21 of 60 from the floor at 35%. 8 of 27 from three-point range, 29.6%, 15 of 17 from the free throw line, at 88.2%. It's a good performance there for Gannon. I was like, there's no way that Gannon was going to lose to them again. That just seems silly. All right, penultimately, we got SRU at Pitt Johnstown at the UPJ Sports Center in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. In the first half, Slippery Rock completely dominated in the first half, outscoring Pitt Johnstown 45-23 In the second half, Pitt Johnstown scored Slippery Rock 41-39. However, Slippery Rock easily won this matchup 84-64. Slippery Rock improves to 12-13 on the season and 8-9 in conference play. Pitt Johnstown drops to 11-13 and 7-10 in conference play. The top scorer for Slippery Rock was Maceo Austin, who in 34 minutes was 9 of 13 from the floor, 3 of 4 from three-point range, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 6 steals for 26 points. Jomo Goings in 37 minutes was 10 of 21 from the floor, 2 of 9 from three-point range, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, and 3 steals for 25 points. Luke Howells in 36 minutes was 2 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 4 from three-point range, 9 of 10 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals for 14 points. And Dave Waters in 32 minutes was 5 of 15 from the floor, 1 of 4 from three-point range, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals for 11 points. In the first half, Slippery Rock shot 47.2% from the floor, 27.8% from three-point range, 100% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 44.8% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, 73.3% from the free throw line. Overall, the Rock of SRU shot 30 of 65 from the floor at 46.2%, 7 of 23 from three-point range at 30.4%, and 17 of 21 from the free throw line at 81%. For Pitt Johnstown, their top scorer was Jay Rose, who came off the bench in 30 minutes and was 7 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 5 from three-point range, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals for 19 points. And Baden Forup in 27 minutes was 6 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist for 16 points. In the first half, Pitt Johnstown shot 33.3% from the floor, 20% from three-point range, 66.7% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 59.3% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, 85.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Mountain Cats of Pitt Johnstown shot 25 of 54 from the floor at 46.3%, 4 of 11 from three-point range at 36.4%, and 10 of 13 from the free throw line at 76.9%. Actually, I do apologize. Penultimately for the games on Saturday. That was the penultimate game. The last game from Saturday is a game that I really do not want to talk about, but I have to because it's IUP, sadly. And that is Edinboro at IUP at the Cavalgia Convention and Athletic Complex in good old Indiana, Pennsylvania, the home of the beloved Jimmy Stewart, who is from the greatest Christmas movie of all time, It's a Wonderful Life, 1946. Anyways, that's besides the point. In the first half, Edinboro outscored IUP 35-32. In the second half, IUP outscored Edinboro 24-23. Edinboro holding on to win 58-56 on Senior Day of no matters. This is now the second straight year that the Crimson Hawks have lost at home on Senior Day by a combined total of 5 points. And you know who was a part of both of those games in which IUP lost on Senior Day? Steve Kelly. Did it last year with Clarion, in which Clarion beat IUP 62-59 on March 2nd, 2024 against, Clarion. And then, of course, Edinboro winning by 2 points on Saturday against IUP. Although I will say I give congratulations to the 4 seniors that they mentioned for IUP Senior Day. Dinsel Casabale, Callum McNamara, Sebastian Cambo, Sibo, and Brandon Meyer, who is the IUP. I don't remember what he is, but I know he's a part of the IUP program with, I think he does the, actually now I feel really dumb. I don't know what he does. I think he's the assistant to he's a grad assistant, or he's a team manager, that's right. So he was the other one as well. So anyways, congrats to those 4. I just wish they would have freaking won again, but it is what it is. Let's talk about this game, shall we? Speaking of which, the top scorer was Steve Kelly. Fitting. In 28 minutes, he was 6 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 16 points. Sanker Everett dominated again against IUP, which IUP failed to realize they needed to have a good game against him. In 34 minutes, he was 4-6 from the floor, 3-4 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 blocks for 11 points. In the first half, Edinburgh shot 44.8% from the floor, 43.8% from three-point range, 100% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 33.3% from the floor, 10% from three-point range, so at least they figured that out, after they were terrible defensively against Edinburgh from three-point range, and 50% from the free throw line. Overall, the Fighting Scots of Penn West Edinburgh shot 22 of 56 from the floor, 39.3%, 8 of 26 from three-point range at 30.8%, and 6 of 10 from the free throw line at 60%, increasing their chances that they're most likely going to make their appearance in the PSAC tournament for the first time since 2016. For a team that has been considered a doormat team for the last 8 or 9 years. However, good news, though, for IUP was their top scorer, Kaimani Marrero. He actually did really impressive in this game. He was 9 of 15 from the floor, 3 of 5 from three-point range, 4 of 5 from the free throw line in 36 minutes. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal for 25 points. So very impressive showing, and he really boosted his odds for, in my opinion, for freshman of the year. Christian Moore, in 33 minutes, he was 6 of 17 from the floor, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 1 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, and total 13 points. Remaining players. Sart Furton, in 26 minutes, he was 3 of 5 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 3 rebounds for a total 6 points. Tyler Grove, in 24 minutes, was 3 of 8 from the floor and 0 of 2 from three-point range, 3 rebounds, and a total of 6 points. Cal McNamara got started as the only playing senior besides SIBO. Cal McNamara in 5 minutes was 1 of 3 from the floor. Recorded 1 personal foul, but did have 2 points. So he did score in his last in the senior day game. Bench players. Ian Herring in 30 minutes was 1 of 4 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 8 rebounds, 1 block, and 2 steals for 2 points. Demir Brooks did not have a good game for IUP. In 26 minutes, he was 1 of 4 from the floor, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 blocks for 2 points. I mean, I guess it's not terrible, but he definitely needs to step it up this week because SRE is going to try to pressure him to shoot in the paint. That is not something you want to see. Alfonso Pickens Jr. in 11 minutes, he was 0 of 1 from the floor. He had recorded 1 personal foul and had 0 points. Luke Triggs, 9 minutes, 0 of 2 from the floor, 0 of 2 from three-point range, 1 rebound, also recorded a personal foul, and had 0 points. In the first half, IUP shot 45.2% from the floor, 28.6% from three-point range, 66.7% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 35.7% from the floor, 16.7% from three-point range, and 60% from the free throw line. Overall, the Crimson Hawks of IUP, they shot 24 of 59 from the floor at 40.7%, 3 of 13 from three-point range at 23.1%, and 5 of 8 from the free throw line at 62.5%. And finally, the last game from the weekend was Kutztown and Bloomsburg. Originally, it was supposed to be played on Saturday. However, due to inclement weather, this game got rescheduled to Sunday, February 16th, just 2 days ago at 3 p.m. This game being played at the Nelson Fieldhouse in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania, between the bottom 2 teams in PSAC East. In the first half, Bloomsburg outscored Kutztown 45-28. In the second half, Kutztown outscored Bloomsburg 44-36. Bloomsburg winning 81-72. Bloomsburg improving to 6-19 on the season and 5-13 in conference play. Kutztown drops to 7-17 overall and 3-14 in conference play. The top scorer for Kutztown was Jalen Bryant, who played all 40 minutes and was 6 of 22 from the floor, 4 of 11 from three-point range, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals for 21 points. Amir Cunningham in 30 minutes was 5 of 9 from the floor, 0 of 1 from three-point range, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block, and 1 steal for 15 points. Brent Ricketts Jr. in 23 minutes was 4 of 9 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal for 11 points. In the first half, Kutztown shot 33.3% from the floor, 40% from three-point range, 44.4% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 40% from the floor, 28.6% from three-point range, 85.7% from the free throw line. Overall, the Golden Bears of Kutztown shot 25 of 68 from the floor, 36.8%, 6 of 19 from three-point range, 31.6%, and 16 of 23 from the free throw line at 69.6%. For Bloomsburg, their top scorer was Danny Bruce. In 32 minutes, he was 7 of 10 from the floor, 4 of 4 from three-point range, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds for a total of 22 points. Matt Bengal in 32 minutes was 8 of 15 from the floor, 2 of 2 from three-point range, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 blocks for 21 points. Isaiah Sherman in 26 minutes was 3 of 3 from the floor, 1 of 1 from three-point range, 4 of 9 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, or 2 blocks, and 1 steal for 11 points. In the first half, Bloomsburg shot 54.8% from the floor, 72.7% from three-point range, 100% from the free throw line. In the second half, they shot 50% from the floor, 50% from three-point range, 52.6% from the free throw line. Overall, the Huskies of Commonwealth University at Bloomsburg shot 28 of 53 from the floor, 52.8%. A very impressive 12 of 19 from three-point range at 63.2%, and 13 of 22 from the free throw line at 59.1%. So that is the 7-game schedule that occurred from this past weekend. I only got 3 out of 7 games correct. Games I got correct: Millersville against Mansfield, Gannon against Clarion, and East Stroudsburg against Shippensburg. Games I got incorrect: I had Slippery Rock, or Pitt Johnstown being Slippery Rock. That obviously did not happen. Lost by 20 points. Edinburgh against IEP over Edinburgh. Lost by 2 freaking points. Again. I had Shepherd being Lockhaven. Shepherd lost by 5 points. And Kutztown, I had them beating Bloomsburg. They lost by 9 points. Now let's flip back forward for just a second. And let's talk about the PSAC athletes of the week, because I completely went over that. I don't know how I did that. Usually I always remember to do that. Anyways, let's start in the East. So the PSAC East Division Athlete of the Week goes to Drew Stover of Millersville, the forward and senior from Moreland, Pennsylvania. He averaged 19 points, 9.5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a total of 7 blocks in Millersville's 2 wins. Against Kutztown, he recorded a double-double with 18 points and 11 rebounds, setting a career high with 7 blocks, the most by a Millersville Marauder since 2012. He followed that performance up with a career high of 30 points, only playing 15 minutes against Mansfield, shooting 14 of 16 from the floor. Speaking of Millersville, their East Division Defensive Athlete of the Week is Amir Hurst, guard and junior from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Stepping into the starting lineup for the injured Montel Cooper, Hurst took over as Millersville's defender on the opposition's top scorer. He recorded 1 steal and 1 block in both wins over Kutztown and Mansfield. He was the primary defender of Jalen Bryan and held him to 12 points below his averaging scoring average and a 1 for 10 start from the field. While Hurst was in the lineup, opponents shot 33.9 and 39.1% and combined to average only 66 points. For the PSAC West Athlete of the Week was Tasman Goodrick from Gannon, forward and sophomore from Sydney, Australia. Goodrick led Gannon to 2 road wins against Clarion and Slippery Rock, leading the team in scoring and rebounding in both games. He had 25 his career-high 29 points in the second half against Clarion, in which they rallied from a 16-point deficit with 14 minutes left to outscore Clarion 43-25 in the second half. Goodrick also added 16 points and 11 rebounds against Slippery Rock and has 14 double-doubles on the season. PSAC West Defensive Player of the Week was Maseo Austin, the grad student and guard from Slippery Rock. He's from Sharon, Pennsylvania. Not too far away from here, about 35-40 minute drive. I actually am going to Sharon tomorrow, so kind of funny. Austin led SRU's men's team to a 1-1 record. Over 2 games, he averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4.5 assists, 4.5 steals, and half a block per game while shooting 53.8% from the field overall, 57.1% from three-point range, after going for 14 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals against the PSAC West leading Gannon. Austin exploded for a career-high day as part of the SRU's 20-point win over Pitt Johnstown via a 26-point, 7-rebound, 6-steal, 4 assists, 1 block effort on the road. His 6 steals against Pitt Johnstown were tied for the third most in a single game by a PSAC West athlete this year, while his 9 overall steals on the week were the most by any divisional athlete in the last 7 days. Excuse me. So congratulations to those 4, Drew Stover, Amir Hurst, Tasman Goodrick, and Maceo Austin, nominated for the PSAC Athletes of the Week in the second to last week of the season. We have the one for next week, and then the final one coming out right when the PSAC tournament begins. So, with that being said, again, 3 and 4. I only got 3 out of 7 games correct over the weekend. Terrible. But it could have been a lot worse. I thought I was only getting 1 out of 7 games correct. Funny. 264 games down, only 28 more games to go in the regular season. So the final remaining matchups, we got 7 games in each of them, minus the 28th in February 28th, which is next Friday, and March 1st. 1 game will be set on February 28th. That's IEP and Clarion, and then 6 games will occur on Saturday, March 1st. But anyways, 28 games left to go in the regular season. We're already 90% of the way there already. Hard to believe. I've got 171 out of 264 games correct. 64.8% of the games I've gotten correct. That dropped by 0.6% over the weekend. That's what happens when you have a terrible performance, unfortunately. All games are, as of right now, are scheduled for 7:30 p.m. tomorrow. Watch it be like 1 game occurs at 5:30. Completely out of But anyways, as of right now, I have Pitt Johnstown at California as the first game on the schedule at the Convocation Center. Pitt Johnstown's 11-13. California can clinch a playoff spot tomorrow. They are 15-10. Bloomsburg is 6-19. Oh, I had them way at the bottom. Bloomsburg 6-19. Millerstone's 15-9. Shippensburg and Kutztown. Shippensburg is 8-17. Kutztown is 7-17. This is a key matchup for Shippensburg tomorrow in terms of their chances of making the PSAC tournament. Mansfield at Shepherd. Mansfield's 8-16. Shepherd is 15-9. Clarion at SRU. Clarion is 11-13. Subriac is 12-13. IEP and Seton Hill, which we'll get to that game in just a moment. IEP is 11-13. Seton Hill's 14-10. And then the key matchup of Wednesday is East Stroudsburg at Westchester. If Westchester wins, they essentially get the number 1 seed. If East Stroudsburg wins, things get interesting, and East Stroudsburg takes over as the number 1 seed in the East. So we shall see what I've decided on that. But let's get to the scouting report for tomorrow's matchup. This is the 2,299th all-time game, not the 2,298th, because I actually went through the stats on this. Because I actually, believe it or not, could do more research if I really thought of it, which is hard to believe that you could do that. The projected 5 starters, no changes there. Kaimani Marrero, Christian Moore, Demir Brooks, Tyler Grove, and Sarp Furton. No surprise there. All right, so let's take a look at the scouting report for tomorrow. IEP is 1,507 and 791 all time, 656 winning percentage. IEP comes in with a key matchup tomorrow. I mean, I'm talking, this is about the biggest matchup of the season for IEP at this point right now. They're 11-13 on the season, 6-10 in conference play. Outside the PSAC West playoff picture, they're 7th in the conference, or 7th in the division, sorry. Coming off a 2-point devastating loss at home against Edinboro. Seton Hill is 14-10, and they are 7-9 in conference play, 4th in the PSAC West. Coming off a 17-point win against Clarion, which happened 11 days. At the time of today's recording, it is going to be 10 days. At the time of tomorrow's game, it will be 11 days, February 8th. This is a 7:30 p.m. game at the McKenna Center in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. The travel distance from the Convulsion Convention Athletic Complex to the McKenna Center is a very short distance of 35.3 miles, or close to 57 kilometers, 56.8 kilometers to be exact. and it's about a 50-minute drive. Let's go to the PSAC map. So again, it's a very simplistic drive, as you can see. You just go straight down from Indiana on US 119, merge onto the corridor, which is US 22 and 119 in the city of Blairsville. Go south on US 119 until you hit for about, I think, 15 to 20 miles. And then you essentially sit in the county seat of Westmoreland County, which is Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Beautiful city. Love going there. Unfortunately, this will be the first time since 2022 that I've not gone to. Unfortunately, I actually have plans for tomorrow, so hopefully IEP will win tomorrow. Seton Hill. It's going to be a key matchup for them. No question about it. This is according to what I had on the IEP schedule, this is the 23rd all-time matchup. I'm going to double-check to confirm that is the case. I believe this is the 23rd all-time matchup between these two programs. Let's take a look. Sandow, freshman on the rise. Surprisingly, even though Lombardi's having a down, his last 2 years have been pretty down, he's still at the 763 winning percentage. As of right now, he's 428 and 134 all time in 19 seasons at IEP, and he is 265 and 75 against teams from the PSAC West. So that's actually pretty impressive if you think about it. Let's see. PSAC championship history. I do not want that. Can I just get a matchup between Seton Hill? I just want to see if they're playing Seton Hill. Okay, so that's just the overall players. Yeah, I'm going to confirm. This is a 23rd all-time matchup between these two programs. IUP is 20-2 all-time against Seton Hill, which is really impressive. And they have done really well at Seton Hill in recent years. I don't know when Seton Hill beat IUP. I don't know if Seton Hill's ever beaten IUP at home at the McKenna Center. I do not know. But IUP is 20-2 all time. Last time these two teams met was of course, the game where Kaimani Marrero hit a dagger three-pointer at the buzzer to keep IUP's hopes at the playoffs alive right now. They won 59-56 over Seton Hill. This first matchup in 32 days. So let's look at the 7 key elements of my fundamentals of basketball. Offensively, IEP is 13th in the conference at 73 points per game. Right in front of them is Seton Hill, who is averaging 75.2 points per game, ranked 12th in the conference. So the advantage goes to Seton Hill. Defensively, IEP is number 4 in the conference at 72.1 points per game allowed, which is 4th in the conference, not too bad. However, Seton Hill is number 2 in the conference at 71.3 points per game allowed, so the advantage goes to Seton Hill. Field goal percentage, IEP is 10th at 44.3% from the floor. Seton Hill is 4th at 46.7%. Advantage Seton Hill. 3-point field goal percentage. This is where IEP is, without question, has struggled lately. IEP 32.8% from 3-point range, so ranked 9th in the conference. Seton Hill is tied with Clarion as the number 1 team in 3-point field goal percentage at 37.2%. So the advantage goes to Seton Hill. Free throw percentage. IEP is 12th at 70.5% from the free throw line. Seton Hill is 16th, that's second to last in the PSAC overall in free throw percentage at 68.3%. So the advantage goes to IEP. Rebounding. IEP is at 37.2 rebounds per game, that's 10th in the conference. Seton Hill is 16th, second to last in the conference at 33.8 rebounds per game. So the advantage goes to IEP. Assist to turnover ratio is very close. IEP is 7th at 1.06 assists per turnover. Right in front of them is Seton Hill in 6th place in the conference at 1.08. So the advantage goes to Seton Hill. So as a result, Seton Hill is favored in this matchup. They have 5 of the 7 key elements of my fundamentals of basketball. The top 3 scorers, no changes needed for either of these two teams. Christian Moore is the top scorer for IEP still, averaging 16.9 points, 4.2 rebounds per game, shooting 39.8% from the floor and 35% from 3-point range. Number 2 is Kaimani Marrero, 14.2 points, 4 rebounds per game. He's shooting 45% from the floor and 31.4% from 3-point range. Demir Brooks is the 3rd highest scoring player for IEP, barely, because Tyler Grove's right behind him at 11.3 points. Demir Brooks is at 11.4 points per game, 7.2 rebounds per game. He's shooting 58.2% from the floor and 0% from three-point range, 0 of 1. And if you actually look at his stats from last season, I actually found this note card. He shot 58.1% from the floor last year, while only scoring like 2 points a game. Or 3 points per game and 2.7 rebounds. So, kind of interesting. Top scorers for Seton Hill. Kendrick Curtis is the top scorer for the Griffins, number 11. Averaging 13.9 points, 7.4 rebounds per game, shooting 56.5% from the floor and 39.1% from three-point range. The second highest scoring player is number 22, Ryan Mice, averaging 13.5 points, 3.2 rebounds per game, shooting 42.2% from the floor and 38.1% from three-point range. The third highest scoring player is freshman Gage Lattimore, averaging 11.3 points, 3.8 rebounds per game. He's shooting 42.7% from the floor and 42.6% from three-point range. SET, the three keys of the game. Number 1, stop this losing streak for crying out loud. I know IUP is better than this. And they need to figure this out fast, because if they lose tomorrow, it's over. There's no way they're making the playoffs. They got SRU at home. That is still up for grabs. And SRU has not beaten IUP in Indiana since 1992. IUP's won the last 33 overall matchups against SRU in Indiana. I don't know how I feel about that. 2, elevate their game. Again, they need to figure this out fast. This could be the game that decides if they're going to the tournament or not. So hopefully they figure they're going to elevate themselves tomorrow, that this game means a lot. Every game now is a must-win game. They cannot afford to lose any more games at this point. Oh, speaking of which, number 3 is time to wake up now. I'm sorry, I had to really, just all three of them had to be the same just to understand that they need to wake up now. If they lose again, every loss keeps getting their chances diminishing. Their chances keep diminishing to make the PSAC tournament. I get it's a rebuilding year. I get it. I really do. But you need to realize that these games, there's a chance that this team can win games. And this is one of their chances to win. So, we shall see. Now, let's take a look at my picks and predictions for tomorrow's matchups. So we start off with Pitt Johnstown at California. It was the first game I had on the schedule. I'm going to stick with California. I think the Vulcans are going to be good, even though they still have not had Bryson Lucas and Keith Pollack III for literally the entire season, except for a handful of games. But I am picking California to win. Shippensburg at Kutztown. Man, another toss-up game. I'm going to go with Shippensburg. I think Shippensburg is going to take over the number 6 spot tomorrow in the PSAG East. Why, you may ask? Because the next game is Mansfield and Shepherd, and I have Mansfield winning, or not Mansfield, I have Shepherd winning that game. Clarion at SRU, I'm going to stick with Slippery Rock. Bloomsburg and Millersville, I'm going to go with Millersville. IUP and Seton Hill, man. This is a tough decision in terms of who I'm rooting for and who I am going to pick in this matchup. IUP in this matchup is on the road this year. They are 1-8 on the road this year. Their only win on the road this year, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of PSAC wins, I don't even know who their win against was. I really do not know. I know they beat Tiffin and Ashland, but those were neutral games. Actually, no. So what was it? Oh, it was a home game. That explains why. So they were neutral, 1-1. So their only win against a PSAC team on the road this year, I don't even know who it was. Oh, Pitt Johnstown. No, that was a home game. Who did they beat on the road this year? I don't know who they beat on the road this year. That just goes to show you how bad of a year this has been for IUP. They're 1-9 on the road. Sorry, 9-3 at home this year. So if they were at home, I would pick that one. But yeah, IUP is 1-9 on the road this year. Technically, they're 2-10 on the road this year because if you count the 2 neutral games. So yeah, unless they counted the one as a neutral game, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. It's just funny because they beat Lockhaven, who's a playoff team this year. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't remember IEP winning another road game after that. So it must have been either Ashland or Tiffin they considered as the road win. But anyways, IEP is 1-9 on the road. If you really want to go by neutral, they're 2-10 on the road this year. What's Seton Hill's record at home? That's a key question. Oh, wrong one. I think they're better at home this year than they are on the road. Let me take a look. Seton Hill is 6-6 on the road at home. They're 8-7 on the road this year. A lot better than IEP, I can tell you that. But yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think IEP is ready. I really, really hate to say this. IEP season's over. It's over. Unless they somehow win tomorrow, which they've had a terrible luck winning on the road this year. I'm picking Seton Hill to beat IEP. I'm sorry. Call me a hypocrite all you want. This season's over. I don't think IEP is winning a single... unless they beat Seton Hill. Against SRU, I don't see them being Slippery Rock. I don't see them being California. And quite frankly, I don't see them being Clarion either. I really don't. Unless it's like a 2-point game. So I'm going to pick Seton Hill. Call me hypocrite all you want. I'm picking Seton Hill to beat IEP. And if I'm wrong, well, that's okay. It is what it is. That's why we do these. This is why I do this for fun. And then the key matchup between East Stroudsburg and Westchester. East Stroudsburg won the first matchup by, I think, like 10 points in the first matchup. This is going to be a terrific game. Winner gets the 1 seed. Either East Stroudsburg owns the tiebreaker, and they both go to 15-4? Or no, 14-4. Or Westchester goes to 15-3, and they essentially lock up the number 1 seed in the PSAC East. I'm going to stick with East Stroudsburg to pull off the win on the road tomorrow at Westchester. That's going to be a very good game from start to finish. Excuse me. Almost near an hour. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for episode 30 of Seasons 2 of the PCBC. I will see you guys on Friday afternoon, since I will be at work on Friday morning. So I will see you guys Friday afternoon for the PCBC Season 2, Episode 31. Until then, I am your host, the Honorable Judge Noah, reporting live from Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania, saying so long, have a good rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and I will see you guys in the coming days on Friday.